Hello Gemini and welcome to your April reading with me, Jackie here on Romney Tarot. Okay, so yeah, I'd just like to thank anyone who's subscribed already. I really do appreciate it. Also anyone that views my readings, likes, anything. I really do appreciate that. It helps this channel to grow. Yeah, so anything helps, all right? Especially if you enjoy the readings, please don't forget to hit that notification bell as well for further readings so you'll know when they're coming, when I put out another video. All right, Gemini. So like I said in the last reading, no candles. I've got no candles burning this time. I think nearly caught myself a light last time. Oh my God, it's all my days. Anyway, so like I said in the last video, I'm going to do a tiny bit of research into Black Moon Lilith about what this moon phase is about. All right, I did have an idea. I know it's something to do something a lot deeper within ourselves. Of course, our moon, our shadow side, leaning into that shadow side. So let's just have a quick read at what I found in my doing my little bit of research. So just skimming the surface here, Gemini. All right. So what is Black Moon Lilith about? So what I've done my research I've come up with was Adam and Eve from the Garden of Eden. All right. So she was considered, of course, the first partner of Adam or wife, whatever. So she was considered a she-dem, which means a female demon, because she was banished from the Garden of Eden. Twice I've said that. I said that in the last reading I done. The Garden of Eden, for choosing not to obey Adam. All right, Adam wanted Eve, or Lilith, to be subservient to him, but she refused. All right, Black Moon Lilith is the point of the moon called the lunar apogee that's furthest away from Earth. So it's not a physical place, rather a point that donates our carnal desires and need for empowerment. Ooh. Okay, so Lilith believes that no one should settle at the hands of patriarchy. She wants us to fight back by leaning into our shadow side and not compromising in any aspect of our life, especially our sex lives. Woohoo! Anyway. So, using intuition, strength, and alchemy to unapologetically manifest greatness in our personal lives is the best way to create greatness and attain our goals. All right, by fighting for independence and freedom, with Black Moon Lilith, we can reclaim, define, and conceive the life we want, and more importantly, on our own terms. All right, so that's a little bit there about Black Moon Lilith. So I took them little cue cards, of course. I also had to jot things down, Gemini, as I recently discovered I'm ADHD, and I thought, okay, that might explain quite a few things actually on my personal behalf, So, yeah, so please do bear with me. I do get a little bit fast and get a bit ahead of myself and stuff like that. But it's all good stuff, Gemini, all right? So we're going to look at, quickly, this Black Moon Lilith in your sign, Gemini, all right? So Lilith in Gemini can hold back their words. Speaking up can be a lifetime process, especially with those they love and care about. All right, so that would affect, I'm not talking about sort of any Tom, Dick and Harry comes into your life, you're not going to speak your mind or speak up about something. I'm talking about the people that are closest to you. You find it harder to sort of maybe relate and tell them how you feel, or, things like that. So, but speaking up can be extremely, letting you know that speaking up can be extremely rewarding and fulfilling in helping you find your voice and confidence. Find different ways of expressing emotions so that you can be heard and understood. All right, Gemini? So I thought that was quite nice. Okay. Now, we're also, before we get into the reading, Gemini, we're also looking at the number that come over for you. This isn't for everyone, of course, but you do have the number 7. So we have the truth seeker here. So you could be seeking some sort of truth in a situation. But also we're looking at the number 7. So, is it your life path number? Is it, your number sort of thing? So if you want to know, okay, how do I know if I'm a number 7 sort of thing? So we might be looking at if your birthday is on the 25th of May, the 7th of June, or the 16th of June. All right, so that would cover them days. Now, of course, this isn't going to be for everyone, but I'd say if your birthday does fall on them days, that means you're a number 7 number. As its own characteristic, each number does 1 to 9. All right, so yeah, this might sort of resonate with you a little bit more. Okay, gems. So let's look at the house. I'm looking at number 7, so we could be looking at the 7s in the tarot, wherever they fall, or in, oracle cards, there isn't. But also we might be looking at number 7, the 7th house. All right. Yeah, and the house, and of course 7 is the house of Neptune. All right, going by, who's Cairo's Book of Numbers. Yeah, he puts number 7 as the house of Neptune. All right. So let's have a look at the 7th house. No, we'll have a look at the house of Neptune first. So we just see what this covers. So the planet of imagination, illusion, glamour, and escapism. All right. From mysticism to the pain-free world of drugs and alcohol. Your emotions of suffering and sacrifice. The seductive and the addictive. Sensitive, vulnerable, receptive to others' moods and feelings. So you pick up very well on, people's energy. I feel, Gemini, and not just by the expressions on their face, but it's just that feeling you get. Someone by just that energy that you pick up, not realizing that it is an energy. Because when you're in someone's energy field, you'd be surprised at that energy they're sort of carrying, and you sort of pick up on that, whether they feel sad, whether they're moody, whether they don't really like you. It could be anything. Like, you sort of pick up on these sort of vibes in some way, Gemini. All right. So your emotions of suffering, sacrifice. Okay, I've said that. Yeah, picking up on people's moods and feelings. So let's have a look at the 7th house. So the 7th house, Gemini, of course, is all about partnerships, business or personal. All right, so this can be in your personal life or your business or work life. It also covers the 7th house, covers the house of marriage, one-to-one relationships with people, friendships or just one-to-one relationships. And it also covers the house of open enemies. All right, so this is anyone that's against you publicly. All right. Okay, so I thought I'd just cover that. And of course, so we're looking at that number 7. Let's have a look. The number of mysticism, of course. It's listen to your intuition. Oh, excuse me. I always give a little burp when I'm doing these readings. I don't know why. Maybe I need to drink some water. All right, listen to your intuition. Your talent is your understanding. All right, so your talent is understanding people. Okay. You have a healing presence with this number, a loner as well. So there's quite a few times, which is quite unusual for Gemini, but this number likes to spend their alone. They like their alone time as well, And we have truth seeker here, which we have in this card, seeking the truth. So you can be with this number a little bit analytical. So you like to suss things out and sort of look into things. All right. And sometimes reality is a miss, It's okay, as they say, with this Black Moon Lilith, which I found out is in Leo until the 3rd of October. So it is, it's okay to be a little bit selfish at times as well and think of yourself. And I don't think that's selfish. I think we do have to look after ourselves. Once we look after ourselves, then we're capable of helping others, yeah? All right, so I do feel a very strong connection because I've also obviously pulled your pre-oracle cards here from the LQ Oracle deck, and I've made some bullet points because I always read the books from the Oracle cards. I think it's respectful to the author, to the creator, to the designer, to the writer. just to give their books a read, because some readers just don't bother. They say, oh no, I use my intuition. Great, of course we use their intuition, but it's also nice to see what this person who put all that time and energy into creating this had to say about the card they created. Okay, so I took bullet points from that instead of reading the whole thing. So let's put this to one side a minute. So before I go any further, let's get organised. Okay, so yeah, I've pulled your oracle cards. I'll tell you what they are in just a sec. And then I've split up the Chakra Wisdom Tarot. Lovely deck of cards here. I've cut them into the major, the court cards, and the minor arcana. So we're going to pull a card on each of these cards, and then I'm going to end the reading with a last card from the Tarot of Mystical Moments, all right, from this deck. All right, so let's get started, Gemini, and let's see what we have. So we're looking for, I'll keep that card here, the 7th house, because I need to look at these, the area. So 1 to 1. So this number 7 as well, I'd just like to mention that the number 7 also has a secondary number, which is the number 2. So that would be, if you're a 7, your secondary number, although, your date of birth doesn't add up to 2 or something like that. But if you're a number 2 and, your date of birth, if you're born on the 2nd, the 11th, the 29th, the 20th, then you would be alive. So maybe this is for you as well, Gemini, on them days. Okay. So we have Truth Seeker there, number 7. So first of all, let's have a look. We're going to pull some cards on top of these. So the first card you have from she, doesn't matter if you're male or female, it all, gender doesn't come into this. So these are she who cards. So she who, you've got calms, you've got she who listens, and she who hopes, he or she. All right. So we're not putting gender into the equation here. All right, Gemini. So these are sort of like she heroes, sort of thing. So in your past position, you have she who calms. This is about stillness, purity, and quiet. All right. So I do feel with a lot of you Geminis in the past, I do see you sort of coming out of this. But I do see you've kept yourself to yourself a lot, Gemini. All right, so you've really spent a lot of time. I'm not saying you're completely on your own, but you've been in your sort of comfort zone a little bit too much, I feel here. But this is a good energy because it's give you time to think about things and, sort of have that calming energy. It's calmed you down a lot as well. It makes you feel safer, I think, when you're in your own environment in some way. All right, so we'll come back to that in a sec. And then you have, in the present position, we have she who listens. Sorry, that first card, that's Jenna. And then this second card's Anna. All right, she who listens, understanding, witness, compassion. All right, so that she is understanding. She's got an understanding heart. She knows what it feels like. She understands because she's been through it. So you can talk to this person. All right, so whether this is you, someone who can listen, all right? And I did go off the subject a bit, but I did want to mention, because the next reading going up is Pisces, there is a very strong connection between you and a Pisces, Gemini, okay? For some of you, or for, I'll say most of you, this connection is family connected. So there's a very strong family connection with a Piscean. And of course, when I do the Piscean reading, they have very similar cards to you. I think they have the calm and the hope. So they have them 2 cards. So I'll be repeating that message also for Pisces about Gemini, about you guys, all right? So there is quite a strong connection now. Right, so let's get on. So yeah, she who listens. So this is someone who understands. So this is you, Gemini. It might be somebody else as well. Somebody that's listening, that's understanding. Somebody knows what it feels like because they've been through the same as you, so they can relate to you in some way. Or vice versa, you for them. So that's just looking at that roughly, and then we'll come back and look at them a little bit further into detail. Or a little bit more into detail, I should say. So she who hopes, so love, hope, relationships. Remember, we're looking at the 7th house as well. So this is all about one-to-one relationships, your personal relationships, whether it's a sexual relationship, you know, a close personal relationship. It could be the relationship you have with your friends, your family. You know what I'm saying? It could be anything like that. All right. But this is more to do with one-to-one relationships or marriages. You know, this is connected to marriage as well. All right. So she who hopes. So love, hope, and relationships. So we're going to look further into that in a sec. So I'm going to pull some cards on these. I'm going to pull one first from the Major Arcana. We're just going to pull one card on each. For you, Gemini, my lovely Geminis. The energy as well with the 7 is very versatile. This is somebody as well that can have their fingers in a few pies, that's what I want to say. They can do a few things. They like taking things, I feel they like taking things apart and putting them back together. So somebody is very creative as well with their hands. They like to experiment, a very experimental energy, like to change things up in some way. But usually, although it takes time, so this is the only thing with the number 7 and the number 2, they have trouble finishing, completing something. All right, so they're all enthusiastic and they start something, but then they've got to get back to it. They've got to finish it. So I'd say make sure you finish anything you start. All right, especially in the month, I'd say, of April. Okay. Okay, I think I've done enough shuffling now. They're bleeding pictures on them. I hope you can hear me, Gemini. I do. There was a lady, I think it was on the Gemini reading, and she said, "We can't hear you, love." I am sorry. I am trying to get something like audio, so it goes straight into the. Because I do use my phone, and I've got this new phone, so I was hoping that the volume would be a little bit better. But yeah, I'm trying to do something about that, guys. All right. So bear with me. So I did cut them, didn't I? Yeah. There we go. Oh, there you go. The lovers. So you've got the lovers. Lovely energy. Lovely energy, the lovers. So that's there. And then your second card is the Death card. Endings and beginnings. And then we have the Fool. I said endings, beginnings, and then we're going into the future with a new beginning. All right. So the Fool is all about, you know, sort of, yeah, of course, the same old saying, you know, so it is about taking that leap of faith, you know, sort of going into the unknown and just seeing what occurs, you know, what happens. Just go with it, go with the flow in some way. All right. So she who hopes for something to come in. This could be something to do with a relationship for some of you. Of course, it could be anything, a new job. All right. Or something that you're going through on a personal level. All right. So we just see what this is about. Okay, so we're going to pull one now. We're going to go back on these cards, so don't worry, Gemini. I'm just saying off the back what these are about. So we're going to pull a court card. Gemini, Gemini. Okay, so your first court card is the Princess of Swords. There's you, Gemini. So that could be the Page of Swords. So I see that truth seeking there, with that, you know, seeking the truth in some way about something. The Knight of Cups, love, action, all right. And the Queen of Wands, really good energy here on the outcome or future position here for you. So maybe towards the end of April or something. And remember, this doesn't just have to be April. It could be happening now. It could have already happened. It might be coming up in the future. All right. So that's them. So I'm going to pull a minor, and then we're going to finish with. I'm not going to finish it. Don't worry. I'm going back. But I'm going to pull one more from the Mystical Moments Tarot. So, Gemini. Right, so let's cut the cards. Oh, two aces. Have you got two? Oh no, you've got the Fool. For some reason, it's so similar. Look, that same energy. Okay, so it's facing a new beginning and then turning round and saying, here I come, sort of thing. But we have this in this position here. So we're coming out of this energy and saying, okay, let's start again, sort of thing. Wow. Ace of Wands. So I've got a bloody cat keeps getting on my table and laying all over it, got hairs and what have you everywhere. Oh wow, Eight of Wands. So we've got a lot of root chakra energy here. We've got all this red going on here in your reading, Gemini, which tells me about needing to build a solid foundation for yourself, something more secure. All right. So you feel that could be in your relationships, in your work, in your home, anything. So it's about sort of building something that's more long lasting. All right. So it stands the test of time in some way. Okay, so I'll pull these last things. So we'll go through the cards and then I'll pull them right at the end. So let's have a look. She who calms. We're going to have another look into this. So make time for yourself as well, which you have done in the past. You've made a lot of time for yourself, I feel. This could have something for some of you to do with a love situation because we do have the Lovers. So it's about taking time out and really thinking about what's happened to you, all right? And it's about dreaming of what could have happened with you and somebody else as well with this energy here. So I do feel that for some of you, you have been looking up someone because we do have this Princess of Swords energy here. So we're coming from the heart space because it's the green, because we have the great. Sorry, let me show you these cards. There's Lovers. I'm sure I did show it to you when it came over. And the Princess of Swords. This is being clear. This is also a start. Pages of starts. It's a little bit of, it can be inexperience, a little bit of immaturity here, but it's also about investigation. I feel a card of investigation, sort of analysing something, finding out something or looking at something more closely, all right, so that you're clear about something and you've got the answers in some way to a question that's been playing on your mind, all right? So we're working there from the heart space. And of course, the Lovers is the, what colour's this? Let me just have a look. Sorry, Gemini. Let me see. Oh dear, it's best if I'll get indigo and violet. I'll get mixed up. Indigo, yeah. So that's, yeah, that's violet. Sorry, Gems. So that's the violet. So you've got these violet colours here. So that comes from the crown chakra. So this is all about what's going on in your mind, what's on your mind, especially here. I'll explain this line in a sec. So this is what's going on in your mind, what's in your heart, and what's deep down, what is it you really want to do about it, okay? So you're being advised here to make some sort of new start, you know, or to start something again or try something again, all right? Especially when it comes to your money, it's about, what's that, speculate to accumulate, you know, sort of every penny turns into a pound. So, you know, it's about building up something here. I hope I'm making sense, Gemini. Also, Jenna is also, this card is also about, let me just show it to you. So Jenna is also a card of a peaceful moments to yourself. As I said, it's about having calm companionship in your life. So you don't want someone around you that, you know, that you're going to argue with all the time, that's going to upset you, stress you out, that sort of thing, all right? Someone you can confide in, all right? Your purest intentions, all right? And there's something here to do with your presence as well, calming others, all right? Because you are a good listener, all right, Gemini? You are good at listening to people and taking things in. Okay. So that's that one. So let's have a look. Let's move on. These are my little bullet points. So say my little cue cards. So she listens. So let's have a look at this row. So listening to something. So someone's listening to you or you're listening to them. It could be either way, Gemini. So this is in the present time. So you're really talking about something here to someone. It has something to do with the heart, you know, the love. But we're also, because the throat chakra is all about the speaking. It's the throat, all right? So we're expressing something. So with this card with Anna, you listening, you're expressing something about how you feel. You know, is this, I want to say here, the feeling of, you know, do I go after this? Remember the Ace of Wands here. There's a spark here, all right? You've got some sort of spark with possibly someone, because we do have the lovers here. It could be any partnership. It might be a friendship as well. So to keep that in mind, all right? Or something to do with a family member. Remember, I felt that very strongly. The Knight of Cups is Pisces as well. Here, right at the centre. So we had that Piscean energy. So we have that spark. But in other situations, for some of you, you're asking yourself or somebody else, or, you know, you're speaking to someone or you're listening to someone. Do you end this? You know, do you completely forget about it? Do you put the whole thing behind you and start something, you know, just start again? Do I start again? Especially when it comes to a connection in your life that you have with someone, all right? This, as I said, this doesn't have to be romantically, but we are looking at that number 7, the 7th house. So we are looking at these one-to-one relationships and this, you know, marriage and partnerships. So that advice, you know, understanding is something, you know, do I just walk away from this, you know, put an end to it? No, no animosity in these cards. So I don't feel any animosity here with you, Gemini. It's just like, you know, should I just put this whole thing behind me? That's what I'm feeling. All right. So I'm getting that energy. Do I just put this whole thing behind me and, you know, start something else, you know, because we do have two aces, and the fool's like an ace as well in my eyes, because it's a beginning, it's that start, it's that first action, that first idea, that first initiative that you take towards something, all right? And something with the Ace of Wands, something very, can be very passionate, feeling very passionate about something or even someone, you know, so you're feeling very passionate because you do have this Knight of Cups. So you're ready to express something, confining someone, and really tell them how you truly feel about something. You know, sort of a bit of a release here, because remember, death is about transformation. So it's about coming out of this a better person, you know, not just a better person. I'm not saying you're a bad person, but it's just coming out of this with a different view as well to maybe the way you looked at something in the past, something you looked at in the past very differently. All right. So it's expressing your emotions and taking action with that. And I feel this is more to do verbally, communication. All right, so if we look at, let's have a look at else what Anna's about. So it's about unburdening yourself, Anna. Here we go. So she is all about unburdening yourself, you know, with things that are playing on your mind, things that are bothering you, speaking to someone you can trust, that don't go any further. And yeah, and you can find this with this lovely card here, Hannah, whether she's male or female, all right? So tell your story, what's playing on your mind, Gemini, all right? Confining someone who understands and know how it feels, right, without judgment, okay? Lay it out, okay? Don't bottle things up. So lovely. So Anna, compassionate. So Anna means compassionate in Hebrew. All right, so the compassionate one. So let's move on. So what are you hoping for? So you're hoping for something to start here, because we do have we have the Queen of Wands, we have the Eight of Wands, you have the Ace of Wands. So we've got all this Wands energy going on, and all this lovely red root chakra energy here, the foundation of something, the root of something. So you're really wanting to start something. You're really hoping for something here. We have, right, I can't say her name. Ranae. Renee? Renee? Is it Renee? Maybe that name means something to you in some way as well. Renee? Renee? Okay. So she who hopes, so it's about love, hope, and relationships. And remember, we are looking at that seventh house, and we do have the lovers. Okay. So, and we do have the Knight of Cups about taking action. You know, not only that, sort of really going within yourself and really feeling what it is you really do feel passionate about in your life. This could be a hobby, this could be a job, this could be a person. You know, it's about really following your heart's desires as well, Gemini. All right. She who hopes, love, hope, and relationships. Maybe you are not hoping for something new to come into your life. Maybe you're hoping for somebody to come back into your life. Remember, the lovers card is a card. Sorry, is that? Why is that? Sorry, the light. That's better. Don't know why that went all. Sorry about that, Gemini. The light went all really bright. So this could be someone with the lovers card being here in the past. This could be somebody coming back into your life. It's a choice that only you can make. It's also about, with the seventh house as well, it's about that opposites sort of thing, you know, opposites coming together. Also here, I would say, yeah, something new, a new beginning. All right, this could be something as well, the past, because we have the lovers, we have the death card. So something being renewed, transformed in some way. This could be something coming back. It doesn't always have to be an ex-lover, or you know, but this is something that's coming, that might be coming back for you. You know, it's something, maybe you're hoping for this in some way. All right, you're hoping for this reconciliation in some way for some of you. All right, but also for others of you, you're looking forward to a new beginning here, and it's going to be quite exciting, especially with this queen, the energy here of this Queen of Wands, remembering that she is a person very friendly. He or she, doesn't matter, they go after what they want, they don't hesitate, they know what they want. All right, and they go after it. So that's about going after what you want. The Eight of Wands, things in this being in the last card in that outcome position. This is great for things to start moving again, because it's very fast moving action. The Eight of Wands, it means things start progressing. You know, things start moving for you. So this is about, it could be an actual move as well. For some of you, maybe some of you are moving or relocating somewhere, or maybe you're going somewhere. All right, I'd say going somewhere further out of your comfort zone that you're used to, the environment that you're used to being in. So it's about moving out of your comfort zone, going further afield. All right, so information, messages, communication, anything like that coming in for you, Gemini. Could be text messages, emails, any information, letters, you know, anything that you're expecting, or, you know, things that can help you move forward in the future. Even, I don't see justice, but it doesn't matter. I just pick up signing, some sort of signing on the line for something. Of course, this could be anything, signing on the line about for something, but I won't say because it could be anything. But you know what that is, Gemini, okay? So let me just finish the reading. Oh, yeah, but sorry, she who... Did I read? She who hopes. All right, let me just give a quick... Sorry, I did get a little bit ahead of myself, Gemini, and I do apologise, all right? So she who hopes. So we're just going to have some extra bullet points here for she who hopes. Little bits I've taken out of the book. Never give up hope. All right, so that's the main thing. Never give up hope on something, you know, whether it's a situation or a person. Never give up hope, and love yourself first. All right, that is the most important message of this card, is to accept yourself for who you are and how you are. All right, love yourself first. Know your worth, what you have learned, and, you know, consider what you've learned from these past relationships, because we remember seventh house relationships. What have you learned from past relationships? All right, what kind of person are you hoping for, Gemini? Or, you know, whether it's even in friendships, you know, what is the kind of person you like to have around you? All right. What are you doing to attract that person into your life? You know, to attract that energy into your life, that positive energy. You know, it doesn't matter what you do. Remember, we're looking at Neptune now with the House of Neptune, number 7. So it's all about being in that. And of course, we do have that Knight of Cups here, right central. It's about maybe changing things up in your routine as well of what you do. All right. I don't know what that is and who that's for, but there's something here about needing to change or put an end to something here. All right, in your life. All right, this could be a bad habit, it could be an addiction, it could be anything, especially with that death card being in this position. All right, maybe you're ready to expose something to someone and really get it out your system. All right, because when you think any addiction, mostly addiction, I mean, we do become addicted, but what starts that addiction? There's always a starting point. All right? I'm no medical professional or bloody counsellor, but I'd say usually something small leads to something more permanent or something bigger. All right, but there's always a cause. You know, why do we do this? Why are we doing this? All right, so something is missing within us. Something is missing in our lives. Something is playing on our minds. You know, we do it for a reason. All right, whatever it is that you are doing, or what can I get the words out? Whatever it is you've been tied to, or maybe you know you're trying to break free from. All right, Gemini. All right, so let me just pull one card. I won't waffle on too much because I do tend to go on a little bit. I know, but that's me. What can I say? So one more card for Gemini. However you're feeling, Gemini, I hope I've cheered you up a little bit. All right, my darlings. Oh, let's see. Come on. But this position from the Fool to the Queen of Wands to the Eight of Wands is something really nice, right? Something really going to get going here. It's whether or not you can break free. With the Fool, it's about making that first move, you know, really sort of, if you look at this card, sorry, I did say I wasn't going to waffle on, but, you know, I just thought of something that I needed to say. All right, so she is stuck. This is a root, of course, the root chakra, the red. All right, so she is stuck in these roots here, the Fool card, he or she. So it's about pulling yourself out of that sort of pulling yourself up from the roots, you know, because it's something is holding you down and you need to release. You need to be released. Really funny enough, the only way I can describe it, if anyone's seen Alien, the film Alien, where the big alien, that was laying the eggs, and eventually she got so, you know, she had to get out of that position of laying the eggs, so she pulled herself away from the sack of the eggs. That's I know that's really weird, but that's just the feeling that I'm getting when I see this card stuck here in the roots. All right, it's very promising, but you need to, in order to go after something, you need to sort of detach yourself from something else. That's what I really want to say. Okay, Gemini. Right, so I'll leave that there. So I'm going to just cut these cards and see what we finish with. Wow. Well, 38 minutes and counting. My readings do tend to be a little bit long, I know. Knight of Swords. That's you, Gemini. Okay. Knight of Swords. Just doing your thing, investigating. This is good for really looking into something. I did feel that truth seeking and that sort of analysing something there in the past, especially when it comes to relationships, taking time out, maybe learning about something as well, sort of could be educating yourself on something that you're interested in. All right, so we're coming out of that energy a lot wiser. I'd say a lot wiser. All right. The Knight of Swords as well, because of that Gemini energy, and it is your reading, Gemini. It's very, can be quite, let's say, you can't sit still. You always got to be doing something. So it's very hyper, a little bit hyperactive energy in ways. So maybe you're where you've been in a position of being too laid back and calm. All of a sudden, we're coming out of this past position with your energy. All right. So it's back, uh, getting back to yourself. I don't, does that make sense? Yeah, getting back to the old you sort of thing. Okay. In a positive way, Gemini, by the way. Oh, there we go. Lovely card, the Chariot. All right, slow progress. This is, remember, the Chariot is also a fast-moving card, but she's riding on a snail. So snails are not fast, are they? But they do make, you're making progress. All right, it's taken time. Nothing happens overnight. So whatever it is that you've been going through, you're going through now. Even now, it's you're coming out of it, and it's been a long journey for you, Gemini. All right, it's you've come a long way. Okay, with that card. And King of Pentacles. God, who else had these? Very similar cards to another sign I read for. Anyway, doesn't matter. I'm reading for you. King of Pentacles, lovely. So something to do with your stability here. This new beginning, all right, is going to make you a lot more stable. I would say that because we do have a lot of red root chakra energy here. So something here in your outcome. This could be a new place to live, buying a new home, moving to somewhere that you feel secure and safe. Um, it's just that security and stability here in some way, and it has something to do with your. It could have something to do with your finances as well, your money. So you might be seeing a little bit of extra money, or quite a bit more money, But there might be something about your finances that helps you. With this new start that you're moving towards, this new beginning. A new start, remember, Gemini, could be anything. You could be redoing your home up, you could be buying a new vehicle, and I could be buying a new home. It could be anything. It doesn't have to be something really sort of out of your price range and really expensive. It could be something quite small but significant to you in some way, all right? Okay, Gemini, I won't waffle on. I will leave it there. King of Swords as well, yeah. So I like that energy. So you're becoming, you're getting back to you. That's what I'm going to say. Maybe I'll call this recording, this reading for you, getting back to you. Maybe, maybe not. See how I feel. Anyway, Gemini, I do hope you enjoyed the reading. Please do. It's really important to hit that notification bell, I find, so that any other further readings that I do, you'll be notified, and then you won't miss them, because I don't want you thinking, oh well, I haven't seen May's reading, or February's reading. You hit that notification bell, subscribe, whatever you want to do, and you will always be notified when I put up a reading. Okay, so thank you for listening. I hope this resonated for some of you in some way. Whatever it is you're dealing with, good luck, all the best, and God bless you. And I'll be back soon, Gemini. Bye.